This is a good one. What do you want to become? What does that person that you want to become do every single day? This is 20th July, Friday, and I have a level up weekend going on. But I've got to show you what prep we've done for it. And this is how we introduce each one of the clients at the level up weekend to what they're going to be going through. There you go. This beauty. This is the booklet, more like an itinerary. And this is something where you got to earn your decades, the importance of muscle building. And this is a mindset workbook that we are going to get into. So beautiful stuff. And now let's see what the level up Saturday is going to look like. I'm going to give you a brief look, and now I shall see you on the 21st morning and take you through the day a bit. Now very quickly I'll do my part and then I'll see if these level up peeps are awake or not. सुनिया मनिया मन कीता पाओ अंतर्गत तीरथ मल नाव. And you know, as we plan to get a new car, we want to do a road trip, a tiny road trip where we go to a lot of gurdwaras. But as we do that, we're going to be keeping Pauri 21 in our minds. Tirath tap daya dat dan. Jeko pave tilka man, that you go for pilgrimages and you have compassion and you do charity. But this may earn you merit which is as paltry as a sesame seed. Suniya manya man kita pao antargat tirath mal now. But who meditates in the name of the Lord and who wakes up and chants upon and reflects upon the glories of the Lord, he bathes in the sacred fount within him. Because remember, the Creator is within you. You don't have to go to a pilgrimage site or a Gurdwara Sahib to really have a union with the Creator. And then your soul gets abandoned of all grime. So you see, the point here is that external rituals matter less. What you do on the inner front matters more. This doesn't mean that going to the Gurdwara is pointless. Of course it's not. These Gurdwaras are pretty holy. They have presence of our Guru. So naturally, they help you be more spiritually attained. But you have to bathe in the fountain within you. You have to go deeper. You have to meditate. Morning. How's it going? Plan is to nicely walk and then head out for breakfast. Pretty interesting cafe. It's the most popular cafe in Dehradun and should be fun for everybody who's visiting as well and who's never been here. Friendliest baby. He loves cows, donkeys, everything.
Belly rubs, belly rubs, belly rubs.
Golly, Puja.
The best translation for Japji Sahib, I think you have to read a couple of sources, like pick up The True Name by Osho. That's one. Then pick up, it's called Jap Sahib, but it's Japji Sahib by Baswan. He's like this Hindu, very spiritual guy. And then podcast Nanak Naam. He discusses every pauri in detail. That's excellent. And what I like to do from time to time is do a random Google search. Pauri 15 Japji Sahib. Commentaries. Translations are very Shakespearean. I don't understand them well. Commentaries. Do a simple Google search. There's website like Sikh Dharma and all of that. Right? Sikh International. You can
proper apps made for this.
The applications are useless. AI. ChatGPT.
Does that work?
Yeah, works really tremendously well. Just go on Grok and be like, can you explain Pauri 15 to me? Sometimes he'll pick up the wrong Pauri and be like, yo, you're wrong. And then he'll be like, oh, I'm sorry. Like that.
Which one is better, ChatGPT or Grok?
I think Grok is better. I use Grok a lot. So you go to different sources and then see what meaning is wholesome and try to reflect upon it. The meaning of Gurbani is infinite. It's like an ocean full of gems and jewels. And if we have understood the Bani, there's infinite more to be understood. Which is why when people say, no, this is the understanding and you're wrong, they are so far removed from wisdom. Right? This is Guru Arjan Dev Ji who said this, by the way. So go to different sources and then sit with it. Sitting with it will tell you a lot. Okay, this was 5 kilometers. We've had a fun time chatting about what it means to read the Paath, how to get into Japji Sahib, all of that. And now straight up, we'll drop the babies off. We've had a fun time walking and you can tell that they are panting. and then straight up to the cafe. It's time for a very nice breakfast in Dehradun. What time was that?
1:30.
You ordered KFC at 1:30? My god. And then how did you wake up at 6 then?
I have this habit to sleep late now.
Welcome, boys. Breakfast time. And you know, this is my absolute favorite. That yeah. This is a good one. What do you want to become? What does that person that you want to become do every single day? You're trying to do something tomorrow onwards that's not you. That's not in line with who you are today. If I want to do a long jump, I cannot do it because I haven't become that person yet. What we focus on is the task. Let's focus on the identity that does the task. And then you start doing that step by step. So the first step in everything is education. How to trade. We'll discuss that post lunch. How to trade, right? You can't do that if you don't educate yourself. But once you've done it, that's all. Now you gotta execute. Execution generates output, result, bad, good. But you gotta analyze it along the way, fix it, tweak it, and then keep at it, keep at it, keep at it, consistent. And that's about it. Cheers.
Yes. Breathe out, down. Perfect. Again, down on the elbow 10 times.
We're very grateful for you, Sahaj. Without you, what would we do?
Three. Very nice. Let's go. 5. Reach out. Stomach to floor. Now again, reach out. Breathe in. Go chest down and up.
Okay, that was a beautiful mobility session as you saw. Now we're taking a bit of a lunch break. We're gonna get dressed, shower, because we've been moving since the morning. Once we'll have lunch, we'll get started with stocks, and we're gonna spend a lot of time on stocks, on the condensed trading setup, Kuala Mugis. You'll see that as well. Let us feast. I think lunch is entirely vegetarian. I think there's dal, you got bindi, and some paneer and raita. So should be pretty solid. We're getting some crazy weather in Dehradun here today, and it's a perfect day to level up because it's raining and the weather is beautiful.
The 4 stages that a stock typically goes.
Say over the past 4 years, the stock has been falling consistently. That suggests poor character. We do the opposite in the markets. When the stock has been falling for a while, we think it's gotten cheap and we should buy it. But you have to wonder, why is it getting so cheap when other stocks are rising? What is so special about this stock that it deserves this terrible treatment? So if the stock has been falling for a while, we call it stage 4. If this is how your stock has been performing for a period of time, and this is fixed from the United States, we've seen the stock go from $50 to now $5. You've lost more than 90% of your wealth. Why do you want to invest in this? This is a clear stage 4. Don't you want to invest in stocks that have a tendency of going higher? A completely opposite picture. This is a stage 2. Where to buy within this stage 2 is naturally what we are going to discuss today. Once you figure out your stages, which is not that complicated, figuring out where to buy will be done through the condensed trading setup by Kuala Mugis. And we will study that in further detail as well. Have you studied the condensed trading setup? Yeah. So what we figured out is that the stock stages an incredibly strong move when it wishes to break out. Kuala Mugis says what we want is when the stock breaches, it breaches significantly. And he's okay with a 90% move, he's okay with the 80% move. But most stocks that you and I will see today, you will realize they stop at the 50-60%. 40 to 60% they pause. That they rise tremendously for 40-50% and then they pause. If a stock is rising like that with very lovely volumes, then you can say that perhaps this is an incredibly strong move. That perhaps this could give me something called a condensed trading setup.
30 to 90% work.
100%. But we're coming there. Yeah.
Same pattern we can see over here. यहाँ भी volume ज़्यादा है, यहाँ भी linear.
100%. That's a very good catch. Let me tell you one thing. You study one strong directional move, and if that directional move is meeting certain criteria, you wait for a non-directional area to set up. Visualize it in your head.
if that non-directional area meets certain requirements. And Qualamaggi's requirement is it should surf the 10 and 20 moving average. Surf it. And if it does that, then your setup is complete. Your condensed trading setup. Chart time. Let's go, boys. Who's having the cold coffee? You are. You and I are having the cold coffee. There you go. I'll have the cold coffee. Guys, go for your tea. Alrighty, we're taking a break with our coffees. How was the trading session, boy?
It was amazing.
He's damn sleepy though. He's been yawning throughout.
I was because I was like I didn't sleep well.
Yeah, he didn't sleep. He's the guy ordering KFC at 1:30 and failing at it. But overall, is it making sense?
Yeah.
Yeah, it makes sense. I think teaching is also an art. But anyway, that was a glimpse into the level up. I'm very grateful for these young men who have come, who have shown faith in my abilities to effect some sort of change in their lives. I hope you enjoyed it. I gave you a very raw look. Nothing is manufactured, nothing is fabricated. It is what it is. If you find it good, good. If you don't, leave me a comment. It'll drive engagement. But that said, have a good one, and I'll see you tomorrow with another vlog.
Chai is best.
Chai is best, and the weather,
amazing.
the
Yeah,
weather
the
and the view from this beautiful Airbnb of ours. The view is stunning. We have Mussoorie right there, which is very cloudy. By the way, Mussoorie would have been stunning. And we have more greenery and some towels there. And this is how we end the day in Dehradun.